Hi guys, and welcome to another video.
So this afternoon, I will set up this Jira. This is the tool we talked about in the last video. So after the setup, when you log in, it should look like something like this. So you will see on the left, there's the menu items. We have roadmap, we currently don't use, and then backlog and boards. Board is just the Kanban board. And then reports, and we'll have the burn down charts in the reports. And the rest of things we don't use at the moment. So from the beginning, we'll start with the backlog because we haven't started any sprint. So this is the first sprint of bedtime coding. So I've already put some stories into the backlog. So the way you create stuff in the backlog is just click this create issue. On this icon, you can select it's a story or it's a bug, right? So and then if it's a story, you just start to typing what is the story about. Yeah. So do you have any new ideas? Those kind of things, you can just go here and type in your stories. If you have a list of stories already in somewhere in the notebook in somewhere, you can just copy them, and then you can go here and paste. Command V. So it will say, do you want to create 7 issues? Because I have 7 lines there. It will help you to create one by one. When you click create 7 issues, it will go, every issues will come up in the list. So I've already pasted this, so I'm not gonna create again. So this is our backlog for the moment, for that backroom escape game. This is Sunday, right? So it's the first day of the sprint. We need to do planning. So we need to move tickets into this sprint before we can start this sprint. Okay. So so there are several stories you've already kind of done, but kind of in testing, right? So we need to move those things into this sprint first. I think those I've made some orders. So those are the ones we've already done the coding. So player can choose difficulty levels, right? So according to level, they can have HP, sanity, those things. So if you want to move several items, you can use Shift and your click to choose them. So for example, if you do this, you can select a lot of those, and then you just hold and move them here. Yeah. So I think those are the ones you've already kind of done. And then we need some new new stories to move into this sprint. This one, I think it's already there. So this one, I think they're already done. So this one, I think that's the one we haven't done. So basically, we need some MFR to attack us attack the player in the room. We also need if the player lost all the sanity, we should have a game over, right? So I think those 3, we should all move into this sprint. So those are the things you should be working on this week. Okay?
Let me see. Player can choose difficulty level. That's done.
Yeah, so those are already done, I think. But we need to test them, because Mommy will need to play it and test, say, you made a typo in your description of your room. So those kind of things, you need to correct them. You can use maybe ChatGPT to help you with your grammar, with your spelling, those things, yeah? So that's something you can still work on, all those stories. Basically, we're just trying to finish another big topic about the attack. The player got attacked and game over kind of logic. Yeah. Okay. So now we need to provide the estimation for each of the stories, and also we will need to assign those to you. So I'm logging as you now. So when you click assign to me, this ticket will be yours. Yeah.
So I can log on to that.
Yeah.
Right now?
I'll help you log on your computer later. Not now. Currently, I just use mine to show you how it works. Okay. So you should put some estimation here for each of the stories. Just give it an example. The player can choose difficult levels, how How long do you think you took? You already done it, so you kind of know. You can put some kind of estimation here. Let's assume
1 hour.
Yeah, let's assume 1 hour.
And 30 minutes.
30 minutes. So you just say 1H, 30M. That's 1 hour and 30 minutes.
It's 30 ms maybe?
No, 30M. MS is something else. What's that?
Lol.
Estimate.
You forgot the space.
Okay. Oh. Hiya.
I was wondering, because of course the computer can't read it without your spaces.
Okay, so next one. With the difficulty, the player should have different sanity. That's something you already done as well, right? So how long do you think that takes? Remember you put like 4,200 for the easy model. You put some 2,100 for normal. How long did it take?
Okay, we'll go for 1 hour.
1 hour. Next. How long did it take to write all the list, find all the rules and information and put it? That's like a week or something.
Let me think.
That's very long, I think.
1 month.
No, that's not that long. I think you read the whole website.
No, I didn't. I barely even read 10% of it.
It's too many information there, right?
Yes, it's like so much. It would take me an year to read.
That's not every day, right? So it's just some days, some hours.
I'll go for 2 days and 2 hours and 17 minutes.
Let's just say 2 days. I don't want to have too much.
No, can I do it?
You did.
Can you change it?
Yeah. Does not work like that. There's no seconds.
Why?
This is estimation. It's just to estimate how long it's gonna take you. And
I wonder why they don't put the seconds
actually,
of food.
do you remember last time we said when you do estimation, you should use Fibonacci sequence? So we shouldn't use like 30 minutes or those things. We did it in the wrong way. So this should be, if it's 1 hour and 30 minutes, it should be 2 hours, right? We go to the next round. So if it's 2 days, 2 hours something, it should be 3 days. Okay. So the list of MFR, I think that's kind of within that 3 days. Should I just say?
1.5 days. 1 day and 15
Then
hours.
it's gonna be 2 days.
12 hours.
Then it's gonna be 2 days. The player starting a random rule, that's pretty quick. I think we did it very
1 day
quick.
and half of the day.
No, you don't do
1.5 of the day.
you don't do random guess. You according to your work. You
To
should
me,
know.
it took 1.5. To me, it took 1.5.
No, the starting a random rule. That's like one line.
Oh yeah.
Random,
Oh yeah. This one.
Yeah. That one is already
Random.
gone. It's like yeah, I think this one was quick. It was like 30 minutes or something. Just 1 hour. The main loop. I think that took you a while.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Let's just say 1 hour. I think the smaller number is probably 1 hour. Or shall we say?
Oh, aren't we rounding it to 1 hour?
30 minutes is fine. Yeah, we can use like 10, 20, 30 kind of minutes. That's fine.
2 minutes.
A few moments later.
So those are the things we've already done. So we're just playing around. And now for those 3 things are the things we want to do in this sprint. So the first one is like we need a piece of logic that to have the attack happens in the room. I think that's the biggest one. So that one will involve to have the MFR to appear. That one will have the player being attacked and minus some sanity.
Oh, I was just thinking. You know the part in the backlog,
Mm-hmm.
the second scene where it says introduce hunger, need to find food, lose hunger every move. This is what I would do.
Yeah, that's something we can do in the next sprint.
No, this
okay?
is something. So, depending on how much hunger is how much sanity you lose every minute. But it has to be a small.
Okay.
Like if you're really low on
Yeah,
hunger,
good idea. Yeah.
see, usually in real life you also feel like
Okay,
you
we
don't
can write
have
it down here now. Yeah.
that.
So, if you have less hunger, you lose more sanity
And if
every
you
minute. Yeah.
more sanity, and every time, or if you don't, if you get like if you don't drink enough almond water, you also pretty much will die. Well,
Do you want to introduce hunger and water level?
yeah, water levels.
Hydration, like.
Yeah, water level's gonna be more important. So if you go into there, there's gonna be like if you run out of it, you lose sanity even faster. It makes you lose sanity by 100 every minute, which is really extreme.
If you have less water level, you will lose more energy every minute. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So those are the things that you can discuss in the sprint planning when it comes up. But in this video, we don't need to talk about all those things because you only focus on the things currently, and then you finish them in this sprint. So in the next week, you only focus on those things and then you finish them. Okay. So for example, this attack logic, I think. How long do you think it is?
2 hours.
Okay.
A few moments later.
We only have 2 people in this team, so we just discuss and put the points on hours there. But in a bigger team, or if something needs to be discussed a lot, usually they will introduce a thing called planning poker. It's like poker cards.
What's that game?
So in the cards, there are points like 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. So you keep the cards, every people get their cards with those points. And then when there comes to estimate, you put the card on the table, face down. So no one sees other people's estimation. And then when everyone finishes estimation, you just show the card to everyone. So if the points are all different, then you guys discuss. Like, why do I choose 1, for example? Why do I choose 2? Why do I choose 3? After the discussion, you do this again. So until everyone on the same board and pick cards that says the same points. And then that's the estimation for the ticket. It takes longer, but it gets everything like a well discussed, explained for everyone to understand what this story is about. Yeah. So I don't have the poker now, but maybe later next week we can have a play if you want.
Okay, so I can't wait till I can use this.
So after you finish all your estimation, you start the sprint. When you start the sprint, it will ask you what time do you start the sprint. For example, it's today, this time. And then we pick an end time. That's 2 weeks. That's the standard sprint time. I think we need to change that setting. Where is that setting? So you have to edit the sprint and pick the date here. And then click update. And then start sprint. You should see the dates here. So that way we can start the sprint now. So once the sprint is started, it will take you to this board place. So in the board, you will see all the stories are here as defined, okay, in the start column. So we want to move them to the place they should be. So for example, those ones, they're already in progress, in testing even. So we can just move them to there. Okay, now you should be working on these ones. And then this one, we'll keep it there. Okay, so that's how we start to use this system. Okay, I think that's good enough for the Jira introduction. And we'll do more next week about the Jira when we finish this sprint. And we can do some review and retrospective meetings and stuff like that. And we'll see how you did within the week. And I'll help you set up Jira on your computer now. Okay? Say bye to everyone.
Bye.